Hey, you guys. Welcome. Another Boss Conversations with Janeah. Happy Monday, you guys. Oh, sorry, you guys. I got a little playback over here. Let me get my playback together. All right, you guys. So tonight, the boss that I'm bringing you, I'm really excited about this young lady coming on because I've been following her for a couple of years now. It's almost been 2 years since I chimed in with her, and she's a big boss. She is doing her thing. She is well on the way to seven figures. I've watched her recently go into new business ventures. We're going to talk about all the hats she wears as a boss, everything she does, how she maintains all of these hats, on top of being a wonderful mother. So, you guys, if you're ready, I'm going to bring this queen on and we're going to get this thing rolling. All right.
Yay.
Hello.
How are
Hello.
you?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing so well. I'm so blessed.
Good. Well, thank you so much. I'm just going to make sure. Let me go ahead and share this to my boss page so I can make sure that all of your followers get it as well. So it's shared so they can chime in with us. And thank you for your patience. You guys, y'all know I'm all about accountability, right? So let me go ahead and own up to y'all. Cause see, where my friends at? That's what I want to know. Like, where my friends at? None of y'all gonna tell me how I messed up those time frames on my flyer. So I definitely had it backwards. But this queen was so gracious. She chimed in with me like 30 minutes ago, and I was a hot mess. She was so gracious for allowing me time to get myself together. And I want to thank you for that because you didn't have to do that.
No,
So
you're
are you
so
ready?
welcome. Listen, girl, take your time, man.
Man, that's what I'm talking about. It's a community, and we need that type of
Yes,
support sometimes. You ready to get the interview rolling?
I am ready.
All right, so let's get it rolling. Let the people know what's your name and what's the name of your business or businesses.
Well, thank you so much. First and foremost, I just want to thank you, for reaching out to me, for inviting me to come on this platform. I'm so
You're
grateful.
welcome.
I'm honored. And I just want to start by saying thank you. So my name is Krystina B, and my primary business is Krystina B LLC. I've branded myself. I've created a business around myself, and I do have a health and wellness distribution company where I distribute health and wellness products. I also have a clothing line and so much more in store. I'm going to be dropping some ebooks. I'm going to be, working with my twin sister on our residential, I'm going to say our, right? But our residential LLC for International AirBNB.
Okay. So I was gonna ask, I know you said you distribute health
Right.
and wellness products. So what type of products are those?
So a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, or I'm assuming, but I won't, that the viewers know about TLC products, right? But about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, I was introduced to TLC products. I was 45 pounds heavier. And these products were introduced to me. I was a customer that took the products. I lost 45 pounds, but I was also introduced to the distribution portion of it, where I can become an independent business owner. I can now have access to making a commission off of sharing those products, building a team, and now working in not only direct sales but multi-level marketing. So the company is TLC that I distribute for, but I'm essentially my own business owner, because once I take hold of those products, I own them and I can resell them.
Okay. And I am personally a witness as to this queen taking these products consistently since she was introduced to them because she doesn't just take them, she actually takes them like on her social media every day. We see her
Right.
consume them. I do know personally I'm not even gonna say it. What I'm gonna do is ask you because it's crazy. I know what products you consume every day and what's your favorite products because you are not shy about telling us. But let the people know what are your favorite products that you take and why.
So on an average, on a daily basis, well, one thing I'll say, they are health and wellness products, but and not even but these are also products that I can incorporate into my daily life and remove, a substitute, for example. So I take a lot of products. I start my day with a liquid multi.
Yeah, I lost your volume.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I
Okay.
hear you. You're back.
I can't hear you, but you can hear me.
You can't hear me?
That's okay. I'm going to answer the question and we're going to figure it out because I don't want to mess up the live. Somebody was calling my phone.
But you can't hear me?
I cannot hear you. I can read your lips. Do you want me to leave and come back? Okay. I'll be right back, y'all.
Okay. Y'all know technology, right? Technology is something, but I need the queen to hear me. We can't be reading lips up in
All
this
right. I
joint.
am back. I can hear
Okay.
you.
All right.
Oh,
Let's
man. I'm
go.
so sorry about that. The power of somebody calling your phone. Somebody want me to talk about this product, but I'm going to talk about them. So let me get back to it. And I apologize. But I take a lot of products. I start my day with NutriBurst, which is a liquid multivitamin. I also start my day with Blossom Me, which is like a woman's health blend. I really associate it with like a woman's one a day. But more powerfully, what I love about Blossom Me is that it balances the pH. It pretty much like balances the hormones. It, eliminates a lot of menstrual cramps and things of that nature. So I take Blossom Me every day. I also take NRG, which is an energy supplement. It's a fat burner and it curbs my appetite. Yes. And with NRG, I didn't realize that NRG was one of my favorite products, but I used to like have a super bad like Starbucks coffee addiction. And I bring it up because I am 35 and I was working in corporate since like 16, 17. So I always, drunk Starbucks, Dunkin' Donuts. I always did like a caramel macchiato, a vanilla latte, all of that stuff, right? And it can seem harmless, but if I didn't start my day with those coffees, I used to get bad headaches. I used to have an attitude. I feel like, I'm not gonna say I was unstable, but I wasn't as pleasant and patient as a mother as I am now. So NRG was a huge played a huge role in that. And on top of that, like y'all could think that might be it, right? So on top of NutriBurst, Blossomy, NRG, I take Delgado, which is one of my favorite products, which is our slimming coffee. I use Chaga. I use Complex, which is an immune booster and it has like elderberry, echinacea, zinc, and all of those vitamin blends in it. I take Stem Sense, which is for muscle and joint recovery. These are daily muscle and joint recovery after I work out. I drink detox tea. I bathe with our essential soap. I wash my face with our CBD spray. I moisturize with our emu oil. I brush my teeth with our whitening toothpaste. So I live my products.
That's what's up. I
I live
definitely
my products,
live.
man.
Look, you guys. So this one right here, right? This is the NRG that she was talking about. And I'm going to tell you guys, some of you who know me, I'm very open about, well, now I am very open about my health conditions and how I really struggle with fatigue. And I have days where I cannot get out of the bed. And this right here, this it makes a difference between me being in the bed all day and me getting up out of the bed and being able to function and taking care of my daughter. And when I say it's clutch, it's clutch. On top of that, a lot of times I have brain fog along with that. This
Right.
helps with the mental clarity and it really does help. Um, I am a distributor as well, but I don't really distribute, to be honest. I'm gonna
Yeah.
be 100% honest. I think I really signed up to get the products more so than to distribute them.
Right.
It's really not my passion as I thought to distribute them, and that's fine. Everybody has to find their own place. But what I can say is, I take it religiously, and it makes a huge difference. Okay,
Right.
the
And I
results.
want to say this too about the Delgada and the NRG. And I want to say it like as quiet as possible, but Delgada is one of my favorite products as well, and it's a slimming coffee, and I it doesn't give me the same effect as like a Starbucks would, right? But I believe that it's become more of one of my favorite products because my oldest son is 12, and he, because of the pandemic, like, he struggled to stay awake. He has insomnia. I think he has like restless sleep syndrome or foot syndrome, whatever. And in the mornings, I give him coffee because, society and TV made Starbucks fun, right? It made coffee
Right.
a fun thing. So kids his age love the idea of going to Starbucks. But because I have a tasty coffee, I can give him the Delgada, but it's really not the Delgada. I open up the capsule and I put NRG in it because I want my son to have more mental clarity in class. And I also, the NRG has something called 5-HTP, which turns on your happy signals, right? And he's an introvert. And I'm not saying I'm forcing him to be an extrovert, but I want him to interact with his classmates. I want him to have a
Right.
great time. Yeah. So I give him Delgado mixed with the NRG. And man, when I started doing that, his grades were going up, like his performance was way better. So that was a huge, huge part of why those are some of my favorite products.
Oh, wow. It's funny because when I be in my little bad days, I be a straight grouch too. Like I want to talk to nobody. I be like, what? And my mom, she always knows when I take NRG because she says, oh, you took your happy pills today? You
No,
took your
for
happy
real.
pills? Because I'm a whole nother person when I have it. And so I think it's important that we share these things. I say it, and people probably think that I talk about it because I'm a distributor, even though I don't push it on them. It's
Right.
just that people just, they feel some kind of way. It is what it is. How long, well, now we talked about three different avenues that you are an
Right.
entrepreneur, and you said that it was the health and wellness distributor. It was also a clothing line?
Yeah. So just to take a step back about me, I was in corporate for, I would probably say like 16 years.
Okay.
And 18 months, yeah, 18 months, I'm trying to think, about a year and a half into me starting to be a distributor with Total Life Changes, I quit my corporate job and I substituted that income, and I was making six figures in corporate, but I substituted that income with my TLC business, and I worked my TLC business full time. And so I did this around the summer of 2020. And so as I fell in love with health and wellness, as I fell in love with working out, I used to, like, I wouldn't say I was a brand ambassador, but I would endorse other people's workout clothes. I would wear their clothes. My followers would love it. They would comment. They would say, "Where did you get it from?" And so now I'm getting leads for all of these different people. And I just made a decision. I'm like, I have a passion for this. I always wanted to be a stay-at-home mom who walked around in workout clothes, right? So if I don't have somewhere to go, you're going to catch me in a workout outfit. And long story short, I said, I'm going to make my own clothes. I'm going to sell my own clothes. So I came out January of this year, actually on my birthday. I launched Krystina Be Fit, which is my very own workout gear. And now that's what I wear. Like, I wear my own stuff.
Wow, I'm so
Mhm.
proud of you for that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's big. You doing your own thing, and I see you every day. You go work out. You don't be playing with that gym, and I love that about you. When you decided to leave the corporate world, hey Diana, when you decided to leave the corporate world and go on your own, were you scared?
Yeah, I was really scared. And I was scared, but I was also very sure. So,
Okay.
ironically or coincidentally, I was in a long-term relationship with my children's father. We were married. We had actually been together for about 15 years, married for 7. And right at the beginning of the pandemic, we decided to call it quits. We decided to end the relationship. And so I was dealing with that kind of, I wouldn't say trauma, but just healing from that broken marriage. My children were now, doing school from home. And I had a very demanding career. I had a very demanding job that required me to work sometimes 10, 12 hours. So once we jumped into the pandemic, their expectations like were through the roof. They expected me to be around the clock working, and I just couldn't manage it mentally. I could not manage it. Like I could, but I didn't want to anymore. And so I was really scared. I was nervous because, my husband was leaving. He was going to be going on his own. And I know what that means. Yeah, they can try to do what they can, but they have to get on their feet and take care of themselves. And so I'm going from like three incomes to one. And I don't really talk about that a lot. I think this is probably like one of the first times you heard it like in detail. So I was nervous, I was scared, but I had to do it. I would not be able to grow. I would not be able to be the person that I am today if I didn't take that leap.
Do you have any regrets?
Nope. It's been, listen, I'm going on 2 years. I don't have any regrets. Any lessons I learned, and I'm still learning and I'm still growing. I have no regrets about it. I actually, if anything, I need to applaud myself more just because it's not easy. It's not easy making such a change in your life. And the fact that I've been able to do it and still be successful, I have to really pat myself on the back, honestly.
Yeah, it is. It deserves that. You deserve an applause, and yes, you
Thank
deserve
you.
to pat yourself on the back, and you deserve for other people to pat you on your back because everybody can't do it.
Right.
And watching you, a lot of times I hear you speak about. I'm gonna need you to phrase it right for me because I can't even really get it right at this moment. But just like what even when people are coming into the business, any kind of marketing business, that you get a lot of no's. You
Right.
get a lot of no's, and you don't even understand how much you have helped me, even with what I'm doing now, because I've reached out to people. People have read my inboxes, never replied, never said anything. I've had bosses not show up on me, just like straight not show up after we've been sharing flyers for weeks and things like that. What do you say about a no right now? Is a no right now a no forever?
No. I would love to have done this specific portion with my twin sister because she was my first no.
And I was
And
hoping you was gonna bring that up because
no,
that's
she
in my
was
mind. Yes.
you know what, this is now the new story that we tell because it's so powerful. She was really my first no, and I want people to understand, like, I'm going to be so honest because I want to manifest everything in my life. And when you understand the power of your words and the tongue and all of that, I have literally DM'd Cardi B like 5 or 6 times. I just DM'd
Okay.
her 2 days ago because she just posted how she wants her stomach to get more snatched, right? And I'm just saying that because that's like an unread DM. But no just means not right now. people have to People have to find you in the space that they want to find you in. And so with my twin sister, I desired for her to be my right hand. I just knew that she was going to support me. And not only did she say no, she made me feel horrible. She used to kind of like poke fun at me. She used to, like, she was just so disrespectful. She came to my very first meeting, kind of turned her face up when everybody was talking about their testimonies. And it was just really negative. And so I decided at that time I just can't have her in my life. And I know that's probably tough for people to hear because that's my twin, but it was hindering my growth, and it was
Mhm.
it was stopping me from being the better version of myself. So you're going to hear no, you're going to people are not going to understand where you are, but people are going to continue to watch you. And when you remember that people continue to watch you, you push through. You don't allow that to, you cannot, people do it. So you cannot allow that to, hinder or even get in the way of your journey or your path. You have to keep moving because they're going to come back. They're going to come back around.
That's dope. You guys' story has been real motivational to me, real motivational. And the way you guys always say that a no means not right now, it motivates me because it can be, it can, like you say, it can hurt your feelings. It can make you feel some kind of way when people reject you. And
Right.
like at the end of the day, you're not even doing something that you're really trying to do for yourself. You're trying to do it for them. And
Yeah.
so when people reject that, it's like, damn, but you have to, you just got to tuck your tail and keep it moving. I view you as a very confident woman. When I see you every day, I feel like I'm like, man, she's so confident. She's always confident. When you first started this journey, were you as confident? Did your confidence grow as your business grew, or were you there like when you started this?
So that's a great one, and that's really, I wouldn't say that sums me up, but that's a big one for me. So my children, can you hear them? Lord, I'm sorry, y'all. I really want to strangle my sons. They know that I'm doing this, and they have no regard. So I'm gonna push through. So I used to be so confident, right? I was like a confident woman. Well, let me take a step back. My sister and I were bullied when we were kids. We grew up where we priorities for us were different, right? So all the bills were paid, we didn't get designer. And we grew up around people that were a little more flashier than us, you know. So we didn't dress like everybody else at times. We're super fair skinned, super light skinned, but we're mixed. I'm actually more African American than anything, but you wouldn't know it from my skin tone and my skin color. So we were bullied, and we grew up in rough neighborhoods. I just had to get into protection mode. So over the years, I was so confident. I was such a confident woman. By the time I had my oldest son and got into the relationship with my ex-husband, I was very confident. Like, I was pressure. I put a lot of pressure on men, anybody that I was dating, whatever. I always walked super tall. And I really give it to my mom, because she knew that we had these challenges. She would pour into us so much. Like, my mother is the person that looks at a photograph, right? And she goes, y'all are the prettiest people in that picture. Like, they should be lucky to have you in that photo. That's how my mom would talk to us. And so I was just always so confident. And I was smart, I had a great job. And when I had my second son, like, my confidence just went all the way down to the floor, because I couldn't shake the weight. We had infidelity in the relationship, like, he was cheating on me. I felt so less than. I don't know, like, I just don't know what happened. And so when I was introduced to the products, it really was a game changer for me, the lifestyle and everything, because I had to get my confidence back. I had to get back to myself. And that was just a huge step. And it took me, I would say it probably took me like a year. It took me a minute, but I had to do it. So I used to be confident. I lost it, and deciding to put me first was the reason for me, getting back to who I am, woman that you see. And like, my family is amazing. I used to make posts on social media talking about how I lack confidence, and my aunts were like, they'd be like, "Baby girl, you was always the most confident in the room. What are you talking about?" So I just had to get back to the old me.
That's powerful, Christina. Like, that's really powerful to hear, because at some point, I think everybody goes through those roller coasters. So there are other women who might be on the downslope of the roller coaster right now, that are going through those same things. And let me tell you, any woman through infidelity issues or go through relationship issues, it usually attacks our self-esteem.
Right.
And we usually are asking why, what is it about me that caused this? So it's important that I ask questions like this, because I want women who are going through these things to understand that that's not your end destination. You may be in that lane right now, but baby girl, there are things you could do to switch lanes and get back into the lane that you was in, or one that you never was in to begin with, because everybody doesn't start at the top of the roller coaster. Some of them have been at the bottom all of their lives, but
Right.
just
Right.
know that there are things that you could do to better yourself. And I like to bring on confident women that could tell us about, that are open about, hey, I wasn't always like this. Because hey, I went through a pretty bad marriage. I know you didn't say yours was bad, but I'm saying I went through a bad marriage. And when I came up out of my marriage, I was terribly depressed, and I was eating Snickers ice cream bars all the time. I gained weight. It was one of those
Yeah.
things too.
You know what? You lose yourself, and I'll give him credit. there's a lot. Like, this could be a whole nother segment, but my ex-husband, he, and I'll say he's my children's father. We are very much friends. He is the reason why I started my journey, because he was pushing me. Like, he was like, I know you're
Good.
not happy. I know you don't want to be like this. And he gave me a lot of tough love too, but he is the reason. But I had gotten so focused. I mean, this is just the truth. I had gotten so obsessed over, like, what is he doing when I'm not around? And because I had trust issues, right? And I got so obsessed with, like, this is little silly things, but I want to be transparent because I don't know who's listening and how this can help you. I didn't have a big old butt, right? I had to grow a booty. So if he's
Yes,
looking at
you
a woman,
did.
okay, and he's looking at another woman with a butt, I'm like, well, why you with me if you like the chick with the big butt? And I was just playing on my insecurities, playing and playing and playing on them. And I had to realize, like, come on, you have to love yourself first. You have to pour into yourself. And sometimes, as much as it hurts, you got to be by yourself to love on you. You're not, like, I couldn't grow in my relationship. Yes, we were together 15 years, but there was no growth for me. And that was the hardest pill to swallow. But now that I'm looking at the calendar now. We literally just got divorced 2 years ago, like this time. But I was able to grow. I'm able to understand. So it wasn't like all bad, but I'm big on accountability, and I'm big on, I was self-sabotaging myself and blaming him for not making me happy.
Well, I'm glad that you're able to have this conversation because when you go back to it, you're going to get a lot out of this conversation because when you haven't spoken some of these things and then you do speak it, you kind of realize a little bit more about the journey that you had taken, because you're just
Right.
going. You are on 1,000 right now, okay? So schedule is like booked up. She catching flights, not feelings, okay?
Okay,
And
period.
so when I say that, let's phase into that third business. So it's a residential business. And you guys, the queen has spoken about her sister, her twin sister, and I personally did not bring her sister up because one thing I know about twins is people see twins as a one, and it's
Right.
hard to get people to respect twins as an individual. So I
Mm-hmm.
wanted her to bring in about her sister as she felt comfortable because I'm honoring her. Not that I don't want to honor her sister, because hopefully one day I can get her sister on here and we can honor the boss that she is too, because she's holding the boss in different places too.
Yes,
um
yes.
but I want to honor you as Krystina B, not as the twins, you know what
Right.
I'm
And I
saying?
appreciate that, because I'll tell you, it's not easy.
I know it's not. I know it's not. But as we talk about this third business, it is her and her sister. So let's talk about briefly about that third business and what you guys have just ventured into and birthed.
Absolutely. So, more about me. So, I was in corporate, but I was in real estate. I was in real estate management, did that for
Okay.
15 years. And so, Nicole, she's in healthcare, right? And she works in research and all of those things. And she kind of, it just stumbled in her lap to start doing domestic Airbnb. And once she started doing that, she fell in love with it. I always, oh man, look, you said when you start talking about stuff, you have like these revelations. When I decided to start my TLC business, I said that I wanted residual income, and I said I was going to get it through TLC and through real estate. Hey, Tangina girl. And so the short version is, Nicole started with the Airbnb domestic. And when, like, at the beginning of the year, we were introduced to International AirBNB. It kind of just like fell in my lap. And I immediately reached out to Nicole and I was like, hey, let's expand the domestic Airbnb that you started. Let's go overseas. Let's get some property overseas. We kind of always have been talking about this. And with my real estate knowledge, we could take it far. And so now we have multiple properties internationally. We're taking a trip literally in like 30 days to Cabo, Mexico, where we've invited whoever wants to come out to mastermind with us. And so instead of us just figuring it out when we're planning to do it. Now we can go to the properties that we own and monetize, and so it's just amazing. Like, whatever it is that you truly desire, you're going to get it. You just got to put the work in and wait it out, and as I'm talking about it, it's like it's really coming true. In 3 years, if you want something fast, that seems like a long amount period of time, right? But if you want something that's sustainable, that's long term, that you can really build wealth on, it takes a little bit of time. So we have she has domestic Airbnb, and we both have multiple properties now internationally, and I know that's gonna grow.
And that's so dope. That was a very smart business move. When I saw y'all do that, when you guys first put your video up and
Yes,
showed us that that's what you were doing, then when you came back with the mastermind in Cabo, I said, "Damn, that was a smart move."
thank
Because
you.
you know, people gonna pay you to come to your spot, but you can mastermind, you can build with them within in your own space. You don't have nobody else regulating that. And then, hey, once we done with the mastermind, let's go back to the ching ching, okay? Let's
Yes,
go. And also,
exactly.
you guys, another thing that's a benefit with that is her and her sister now, every international destination that they can block off a time frame within the year where this is where we're going to be. And all they
Right.
have to do is buy the flights because they have the space and they have the place. Now they can have their family come. They can take, well, her kids, because her sister doesn't have kids, but she could take her kids. And it is a beautiful thing. But I just thought about a question. I know
Mm-hmm.
you said that Nicole started first with domestic. Did she try to bring you in when she started with the domestic Airbnb?
So I won't put, well, Nicole doesn't mind. I can put all her business out there, right? But she actually started it with her boyfriend. And so she didn't try to bring me in. Actually, like, now I think about it, she didn't try to bring me in. And I made, probably because I didn't show like crazy interest in it. I didn't necessarily, well, let me take a step back. Let me correct myself. She started it with her boyfriend, and I actually am gonna do that with my ex-husband. We're going to have property together. So I'm allowing him to lead that. Like, we have a really good relationship, but I'm allowing him to lead it. So I didn't press the issue with Nicole because here's the thing, like, I coach her in TLC, and I'm pressure. And I'm also her big sister. I'm the older twin. And I've always treated her like she's my little sis and I'm her big sis. And to work with me is not easy. So I put a lot of pressure on her, And so I don't we were not cautious about international, but domestic, we didn't commingle because that was her, like, I was letting her run her show over there and run her thing. But when the opportunity for international came, and this is dope about opportunities and being connected, I immediately called her, and I was like, and I think we had like 3 weeks to plan. I'm like, girl, we gotta go, and we gotta go overseas, and we gotta get it together. And she was down immediately.
Okay. I just think it's interesting because you went into health and wellness and she was
Yes.
like, and then she was doing domestic Airbnb, and you like, let me let you stay over there and do your own little thing. But look how you guys both have merged both of those businesses together. Always destined for the twins to come together and work
I
together.
know that
It's just about
exactly.
timing. You know what I'm saying? Timing. So it's good to see you guys, and you guys go, okay, you guys, let me just, because I'm just putting this out there because I'm promoting these queens, this queen, but every morning, just about, unless her schedule is just too busy, she's going live on Instagram. And usually her twin joins her, but sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes it's just Krystina B.
Right.
So as you guys know, she's underscore at Krystina at underscore Krystina B on Instagram. Please make sure you guys go follow her because she drops gems all the time,
Thank
not
you.
just on posts, but when you see her live every morning, click on there because sis be dropping gems. Now she is also bringing people onto her live and interviewing
Yes.
them and talking to them. So, Queen, this platform is all about promoting you. It's not about promoting me. So everything that you're doing, I want to talk about. I want these people to know everything that you're doing. You have Miss Hannah coming on, right? When is Hannah coming on?
Oh, Hannah.
Hannah.
That was so funny because girl, we talked about that. No, I did the live with Hannah yesterday night.
Okay.
I saved it
Okay.
on my IGTV, and then I did a live with Lala G this morning. But
Yeah, I was
no,
on
that was
that
good.
one.
Let me tell you really quickly. It's so funny. I like Hannah was my customer, then she became my business partner, but we had never spoken. And so the first time I was able to really celebrate her, I was like, yeah, my girl Hannah. And I was going in, I was like, my girl Hannah is killing the game. And I promise you, she didn't tell me, right? And so when the call was over, she called me and she was like, hey, my name is Hannah. And I felt so embarrassed. I had to bring that up. Oh my God, it's too funny. But I did it with her last night. I did that with her last night. And you know, the thing is this, my sister's probably the only one that's the most comfortable coming on live with me. And so one gem that I'll give y'all, if you want to boost your social media engagement, go live with somebody that has more followers than you. And so Nicole was on her road to 10K, and she was like, let me jump on your live. And just by default, it became us, our banter, our chit chat, whatever. And now she's at 12,000 followers, so I was able to help her boost her algorithm and her followers.
Do you guys have that many followers on Facebook?
No, so Facebook, I'll be honest, like it was really just personal. I'm just now starting to come on Facebook and grow more. So the followers, I think I have like 2,000, and it's really just all people that have known me from from over the years. And I'm just now starting to engage more on Facebook, and I want to expand more. Like my dad, he's in network marketing. He does a lot of his business, everything on Facebook. He doesn't even touch Instagram.
Yes, because once you reach 10K on Facebook, they send you checks every time you
Oh,
go live.
wow.
So let me share that gem with you too, because you guys have the potential to do it. So, as well as you have
What, 10K
already built,
followers?
yes, once you
Oh,
reach
so I should
10K
accept all those
followers,
friend requests?
okay, or you need to, just as I did, start your own business page here
Yeah.
and build that up. Being that you're already organically building, the people, the 2,000 that you already have, you can just feed them on over to that page. But just to let you guys know, once you hit 10K and you go live, baby girl, every time you go live, a check comes through. So
Oh, don't
that is
listen.
probably why your dad is so lit on Facebook because as
Probably
a
because he be going
yeah,
in. I'm like, dang, where's the gag?
and
No,
that's
all right.
probably
Road
it.
to 10K on
Yeah.
Facebook is
So
happening
he
right
goes
now.
live in 2,000 getting dropped in the bank. So, the all those little checks add up. And
That's
speaking of
nice.
that, why is it so important to you to have these multiple streams of income?
Oh man, well, it's important because that's how I feed my family. But as I'm learning, well, I'll say a couple of things. Like so and I'm gonna keep it brief, but my father has been in network marketing for over 20 years, and he introduced me to this a long time ago. I just didn't pay attention. I
Okay.
know about the rat race. I know that one mindset could be that you have to be in the rat race. You have to have a 9 to 5. You have to work a set number of hours and follow that schedule. But the other mindset, right? The road to multi millions is multiple streams of income. It's taking a leap of faith. It's getting out there. It's believing in yourself a little bit more, and maybe doing something that's unconventional. And so I realize that more so now, and it's just necessary. And the more streams of income that I can add, right? Like, somebody said, I was at a conference last August. If you want to be a comfortable millionaire, you need 27 streams of income.
Woo!
27 streams of income to
That's
be a
busy.
comfortable millionaire. So everybody should think about that.
Damn, you need to be busy and have no life.
Booked and busy, but you just said like Facebook is a stream of income. You might be into trading crypto. That's a stream of income. I have my fitness line. I have ebooks. I got International AirBNB. I have TLC. I may get outside and sell some lemonade in the summertime. Is another stream of income. So
And then also, when you have a platform like the one that I'm using, because you guys know I'm always dropping gems. I don't hold back. I'm not one of those people that's like, I'm not going to tell you what I'm doing because you might do it. It's room for all of us to get paid and make our
Yes.
own money. Ain't nobody going to be in my lane because I'm building my own lane. So I'm confident with that, baby. But I can tell you guys, even with this platform that I have right here, there's different levels of the membership or whatever that you could go through. But I just told you guys at 10K, you get checks for Facebook, right? Now, you guys already know you can make money on Instagram and on YouTube from
Right.
streaming, right? So, if I'm streaming on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter all at the same time, then I'm collecting my check all at one time without having to go on each individual platform to collect my check. So,
Exactly.
in my mind, those 27 streams of income that she was talking about, it's all about working smarter and not harder and figuring out how you can phase these things into each other. For example, the queen started off with health and wellness, okay? That was the first stream that
Right.
she went into on her own as an entrepreneur. But she already had to work out to reach her goals, okay? Now she's promoting everybody else's clothes. So then sis said, look, why am I making money for all these people? Let me tap in and that be another stream for me. But she didn't have to do anything extra because she was already doing the work for her first stream of income. Okay. And now when she phased in the third stream of income, the other two streams are phased into that stream. She doesn't have to work harder because with the mastermind, when her people come there, she's going to work out with them. They're doing health and wellness. She's going to be wearing her clothes. All of her promos is going to have her clothes. So I'm just giving this example to show you guys, those of you that don't think outside the box, that it's really not as hard as you think. It's just
Right.
about being smart and researching how you can phase all of these things together and make them work for each other. So, we're going to have a couple more questions. We almost done, Queen. And these are pretty should be pretty quick. What do you think are the qualities that a successful entrepreneur should possess?
Mm. Well, I would say starting out, I can't even categorize the qualities, right? Because anybody can be an entrepreneur. I will say that a successful entrepreneur is someone that is open to learning new things, is open to advice from others, and is willing to work hard for what they want.
Yes, yes, that is good. What where do you see Christina B, the brand, in 5 years? What are your goals? Where are you going?
That is, oh my, well, I'm gonna hit millions. I will be a millionaire. I always saw myself on stages. So I definitely see Kristen be on stages and encouraging people and speaking to people. I see, somebody asked me this question, but I see my clothes in stores. I see Christina B brand being so big that my children can live off of it. And that's a big one. Like I see this being such a household name, and me carrying such a legacy, that is going to help not only myself but those connected to me. So in 5 years, I
Definitely.
mean, I really can't say in 5 years. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I don't know, who I'm going to meet, or if my how my life is going to change. But I do know that I'm not going to stop. I'm going to keep going, and I'm passionate about what I do, and I'm very certain. Like in going into 2022, I was so much more certain about my journey and about what it is that I'm doing than ever. So I know that I'm going to keep riding this wave. I'm still going to be walking this path, so to speak, and I'm just excited for what's to come.
Cool. Where can the people find you? Your clothes. I don't know if you have a link tree. Like, how can they get products from you? How can they book from you? Where can people find you?
So Linktree is doing some maintenance right now. It's down, but I'm grateful. I have KristinaB.com. Very big, very simple, direct. I've had KristinaB.com now, y'all, for three
And
years.
that's
And
Christina
so
with a Y, y'all.
Yep, KrystinAB.com, just straight up. You can get the link to my TLC products. You can see the link to all of my fitness clothes. I actually am doing like a crazy sale right now. I am at underscore Krystina B on Instagram, but I'm Krystina Bramletta on Facebook. So you guys can, I'm on Facebook. You can follow me on Facebook and you can check out my website. There are links to subscribe. You can hit the button subscribe from my website and you can get access to everything else I have going on, my text community, everything.
And you guys, for your knowledge, if you order like from her website with TLC has drop shipping. So you can click on there, you can put something in your cart and you can pay for shipping and it can get shipped to you as well. This sister has like products on deck. Okay. She has a whole store in her house. If you ever watch her live, you're going to see behind her hundreds of products. Everything they got, she got.
Yes.
And when you order your stuff from her, because I have ordered from her a couple of times, I've ordered products from her. You're going to get your stuff on time. Okay. Sis, don't play about sending them packages. They come put together, okay? They don't come all messed up. She makes sure she packages your stuff very well. So I just wanted to throw that out there because some people worry about how am I going to get my products and this and
All the
that. And
time.
I have ordered from other people. I don't do name drops like that, but I've ordered from another distributor and it took 3.5 weeks for me to get my products. And I was like a little lit. And even when I got them, I didn't get all the products that I ordered, so I was a little lit. Even though I did get the refund, it still isn't the same thing because I wanted my products, okay? So, I just want you guys to know that sis is
She said I
legit,
was a little I was
okay?
a little lit. I said, wait a minute. I do not listen. One thing I don't play with, I do not play about shipping, man. And I love, this is just because we doing this live broadcast. Customers will like after 4 hours, they're like, can you send tracking? I do not play, baby. I will get you your stuff fast. I do priority shipping because I do not play with y'all money or stuff.
Yes, and yeah, as she said, priority shipping. I was always able to track my stuff, and baby, it was right there at the door when it was supposed to be at the door. And I personally love business like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Queen, are there any other gems or nuggets you want to drop, a quote, anything before we get up out of this live?
I mean, listen. I want to thank you again for real. I'm honored, and I just appreciate queens like you. That see potential in other people and reach out and even say, hey, I want to feature you. I'm grateful, and to everybody that is watching, like you can literally have everything that you desire. I've learned that whatever that you desire, you can have. Whatever you say is right is true. And it can sound cliche. You're going to hear that people are going to say that. But as you live it and as you really, walk in that, you're going to understand the power of it. And don't measure your success next to anybody else's because you don't know how long they were fighting. You don't know how long they've been on a journey. We are going to only show you the glory because it's too hard to talk about the story, right? So you may see somebody that's been doing business or on this hustle and grind for 8 years and you had no idea and they hit a lick or they finally reached that peak of success and now you're measuring yourselves next to them. Why? So, focus on what you have going on and keep going. And the last thing I'm going to say about working out, and this is my tip even for you, and I was talking to a young lady today. What has helped me to maintain consistency is always showing up. I may go to the gym, y'all, and get on a treadmill for 10 minutes, take a boomerang in the mirror, and I say, you know what, I'm not up to it. But I continue to show up because now I am building consistency. I'm building a habit that I cannot let go because I will not, like, I'm going to show up. And so on those days when you don't feel like it, just get dressed and get out the house. Even if you turn around, push yourself to at least get yourself moving.
Hey, that's for real. Y'all, that is so for real. Cause look, my followers, y'all remember last year I did my 30 days of fitness and I said I'm gonna work out for 30 days. Baby, it was a couple of days that I went to the gym and I was like, let me do a little lap around this little, the little inside track. And I was on that phone and I was like, y'all, I'm back in. It's day 20. But when I tell you, by the time I was back in with y'all, I was walking down the stairs back to the locker room. but I showed
Listen,
up. And 1 or 2 laps, I was like, "Look, I still did something." You know
but
what
and
I'm
you still
saying?
did something, and that's what matters. That is really what matters. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because we are not perfect. That is what matters. I promise you.
No, it's not. Well, thank you again for coming on. If you could just give me 1 more minute. Hold on, let me close out because I just want to give you a proper goodbye. Thank you for coming on again, you guys. Y'all better go check out KB the plug. Don't get on her wave once it's too high for you to ride, okay? Because sis is definitely elevating. And thank you again for coming on.
Of course.
All right, you guys, that's another boss conversation. Thank you guys for chiming in. Make sure you share this video. On track, now we gon' way up. W's as easy as a layup. Working late, stay up, stay up. Counting all the way up. Counting blessings, yeah, you know we pray up. Way up, pray up. On track, now we gon' way up. Way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. On track, now we gon' way up. Way up. Now we gon' way up. Now we going. Keep the same energy.